รรย์ผลไม้อัศจรรย์
Asachan. Yummy.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Delicious.
Come. Say hi.
Hello
This is our
everybody.
host.
Hi.
This is our host.
Hi.
What's the name of the
ขอบ
place
คุณ
again?
ค่ะขอบคุณ
This
ค่ะ
place?
Yeah. Ing. Homestay.
Guest house.
Guest
โฮม
house.
สเตย์อิงเนิน
Ingern.
อิงเนิน
Ingern.
If you're coming to Chantaburi, come stay at this place. It's beautiful, lovely
เนิ
garden.
น
She's amazing as a host.
Yeah. She's called Mum, so I don't know. Mum, no? Mum.
มัม
Mum.
So, hey guys, welcome to a new video. We're going to do a bit of a mukbang today. I don't know if you can see the durian, but we've got loads of durian here. Starting with some, is it
Pongmani.
pongmani?
And
And
we've got some chani
thank you
chani and ganyao.
and beautiful ganyao. 4 kilo ganyao. Amazing. So the spikes, to differentiate them, ganyao spikes are very skinny and they're usually quite round looking. Chani, kind of a bit more spread out and usually quite long. And then pongmani.
Yeah, that's like a stegosaurus, I think.
Stegosaurus, yeah.
Yeah, pongmani's, I don't know, it's a bit smaller. Don't really, I mean, yeah, it's just a bit of a smaller durian. I can't really tell the difference between this, but you've just got to ask the people at the markets. So,
The colour is definitely more orangey too.
yeah, it's a lot better.
So we're gonna dig in. This is a huge feast.
First durian mukbang for me.
Yeah, me too.
Let's
Gonna
get
start
into
with
it.
some chani.
Let's get into it. How does this taste? You can kind of, I don't know if you can see it from this far back, but it's pretty soft. There you go.
This is our this is both of our first time to Chantaburi. We came here for durian, and it didn't disappoint, did it?
Nah, man. This is if you're a durian lover, you got to come to where it's obviously harvested and grown.
Yeah, as we're driving in, we could see them on the trees. Just so many trees, and you could see these kind of big soccer ball shape hanging from way up high as well. Good 10 meters up or more.
Insects are loving it as well. So, if you want to know more about what we get up to, so follow our Instagram as well. So obviously High Carb Health for me,
Kiwi Bigfoot.
and we'll link them down in the description below. If you want to know, what we get up to and what we do day-to-day living. It's very easy to be vegan, and I guess that's what we'll talk about: veganism, everything basically, what we get up to. And
So it's kind of funny being a foreigner here because there's hardly any foreigners in Chantaburi. We've only seen 2 so far.
I think 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2. And the lady who was staying with, who you just saw, she thinks it's kind of strange that we're just eating durian all day, but for us, because we cannot get it at home in New Zealand, it's just amazing. And to get it at this quality, at this price, it's just incredible. So
yeah, for sure. And it's funny because it's like they always want to offer us like rice and stuff with this kind of meal, and I suppose that's what it's like in their tradition, to have that. But you don't need anything extra with it. Durian is just amazing by itself, and you haven't tried a good durian. If you haven't tried a good durian, you're not going to like it. So don't bag it out because it's the most exquisite fruit ever. And if you want good nutrition, this fruit has it all, and that's why we're eating it, because obviously we're health conscious, and if you put the right fuel in your body's going to love you for it, and you're going to stay healthy without any issues, without any disease or problems. So get down the fruit, smash down the fruit, whether it's durian or bananas or mangoes, or apples or anything. Fruit has a lot of amazing stuff, and we just disregard it, and it's always like a snack or a dessert. It's never like a meal. And here we are showing you that you can actually eat fruit as a meal and be satisfied with it. So
Durian is especially good for that, especially later on. You know, you don't have that same kind of satiation feeling as with cooked food, but durian does it and ticks the box for that. You can have it for dinner and you feel full. It just feels so good eating durian as a meal.
Definitely higher in fat. That's probably why it makes you feel better as well. But it's not that high in fat. It's just the right amount that the body needs as well.
Gonna mix it up, add some ganyao. Check it out, beautiful and soft. Ganyao is my favorite. What's your favorite?
Ganyao was a favorite. And then I tried this other variety, which I'm having now, and I don't know, I just seem to like it a little bit more than Ganyao. I mean, it tastes a little bit more like Malaysian durian, and I love Malaysian durian. It tastes very butterscotchy or very creamy, and that's what I like. Ganyao is no different, but it's just a different kind of taste. And I've had Ganyao quite a bit, but I haven't had as much of the Pongmani, and you know, just changing up a little bit. So,
and this is only 3 varieties. Another one which you find mostly in Thailand would be Montong, especially in places where Westerners and foreigners are more common. Montong tends to smell like onion, and if you don't like onion, then maybe that's why a lot of people get put off. We get comments on our Facebook and other social media sources where people just go, ooh, that's yuck or whatever, because they've tried frozen in another country, and you just aren't getting the same thing. It's so far from what this is, and they're just missing out. They won't know until they've had good stuff.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to find either. You just got to go to the right places. But I don't know. I just think it's such an amazing thing to come off a tree. To be creamy, custardy, and sweet. Just exactly what the human taste buds want. And I couldn't imagine anything like this coming off a tree in nature for us to eat, you know.
And we got so lucky with staying at this place because just over there is a rambutan tree, a banana tree, numerous papaya trees, a couple of durian trees as well, which is just amazing. So for a couple of high carb, high fruit vegans, just so lucky.
Yeah, if you're ever around Chantaburi, I'd highly recommend this place because...
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah. Highly recommend this place. Lovely host. Really nice rooms, nice and clean. And
close to town too, close to the markets. We went to this place which people had talked about where you're supposed to buy the durian, and the prices were much the same as Chiang Mai and other places. And I don't know about you, but I just thought, okay, you know, we've come all this way to Chantaburi and the prices are the same. But then we went to the local markets, places where even less likely to find stuff basically, and got ganyao for 120 baht a kilo, which is just incredible because in Chiang Mai it's 250, 300 baht a kilo. So $20 New Zealand for a big durian, and that is easily a meal.
oh, it's more than a meal.
Yeah, a meal for me and a meal and a half for someone else.
And not only that, it's just this. You can't beat this flavor. Honestly, there's nothing in the world that tastes like this. You can't even describe this taste.
Yeah.
Like, that's how rare it is. You just can't describe it.
You get these seeds from time to time too, which are tiny. Typically the seeds are quite big and round, and then we've kind of just nicknamed these little seeds knucklebones. If you've ever played knucklebones as a kid, then they look like that. So you get even more flesh on it, which is awesome, and just a tiny little seed, so you're not really missing out on much when you pull the pod out.
Let's talk about some other stuff, eh? Like, so, where did you grow up? How old are you? And just give us a little brief introduction of, you know, some other people, some new subscribers probably don't know who you are. And
Sure. So my name is actually Josh. I'm 28, from New Zealand, Auckland. That's where I was born and raised, and I've been vegan for coming up to 4 years. And the next week, actually, week and a half, is going to be 4 years. So before that, I had no idea what a durian was. I had no idea about beautiful fruit, and what Thailand and other countries such as this have to offer. So my mind I've come to know and learn so much more in the way of what's best for us and just these exquisite foods from nature. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And obviously, yeah, my name's Shamiz, you guys know who I am. And yeah.
We are going to put this on both of our channels though, so we'll do an introduction for Sham as well, for those of you who don't watch his channel, but should perhaps subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, so my name's Shamiz. Obviously if you go to my channel you'll see what I'm about. I overcame a incurable disease called ulcerative colitis, and you know there's a lot of people out there that are struggling, and I have managed to change my lifestyle, been vegan now coming up to 6 years, so it's a long time, haven't died of protein deficiency or anything like that. Yeah, been vegan for 6 years, changed my life completely. I'm supposed to be on medication for life, and I haven't taken a single drug since I left hospital, which was 6 years ago. And you know, my life has just changed dramatically and changed for the better, and also, you know, influencing so many other people to change the way they eat, the way they do things. Obviously my family was first to do that as well, but now obviously I help people get over the same illness as I had. As I said before, a lot of people have it, so you know, that's what I do. So I was born in India. I moved to New Zealand when I was 5 years old and stayed there ever since. So I've been in New Zealand for 25 years. I'm 30 years old, and yeah, I love eating fruit. And obviously if you go to my channel you see a lot more about what I do and yeah, my interests in things. So head over there and subscribe.
We have a love for Thailand. We've been the last 4 years in a row, typically to Chiang Mai first, and sometimes to the island Koh Phangan, and now to Chantaburi, which is another awesome spot, especially if you're a durian lover. And if you're not yet a durian lover, then you may well be in the future when you have some good stuff.
I remember, like, I was pestering him about durian because when I first tried it I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it, but I was like, what the hell is this, you know? But over time I started to grow a taste for it, grow a liking for it, and I was like, mate, you have to try it, because honestly, like, if you're a fruitarian or if you love heaps of fruit, you have to love durian. There's just no question about it. You have to love durian. And I was like, come on man, you can do this. And I was probably giving him the wrong durian to try, but there was one time when I gave him Ganyao, which I think changed his mind dramatically. And,
oh, it did.
And after that, I think
Ganyao
it was
was 10 out of 10.
Sold. So again, as I said before, if you haven't had one before that's good, don't bag out the rest of them, because there are plenty out there that are really, really nice. And so yeah, he's loved it ever since. And what we're doing now, smashing down durian. So,
and we're not going to be able to finish this. I know you can't really see it in the frame. We could hold up some of it, but that is a big durian, and there's lots of it here, and it's so filling.
But we'll try our best.
We'll try our best, yeah. There are so many other types too as well.
Yeah,
the types that we just don't even know the names of. We've seen them on other people's social media, but where do you find them? I don't know. You have to go to the smaller parts of Thailand and stuff like that. Other countries perhaps that all got different. Apparently the Philippines is good. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a good way to explore. Travel for fruit.
We'll travel for durian.
There's one thing that I wanted to ask him, or get him to tell you guys. He's doing an Ironman next year, start of next year, right?
March next year.
Yeah, and you know, this is going to be his first Ironman. He's done a half already, and that was some pretty epic stuff right there. I mean, you can't just go out and do it. And he's doing it vegan as well, which is obviously, you know, no one thinks you can do it on a vegan diet because you need protein, you know. But he's obviously, you know, showing everyone that he can do it, and a pretty good time as well. So, you know, do you want to talk about your experiences, I guess?
For sure, yeah. So a half Ironman involves a 1.9k swim, 90km bike, and then a full half marathon, 21.1. So yeah, like Sham said, you can't just go out and do it. Maybe you could go out and do it, but it would take, I don't know, close to 10 hours or something like that. I did it in 5 hours 32, so I'm quite happy with the time. The pros do it, the men, just under 4 hours, so about an hour and a half slower for my first go. But yeah, so the full Ironman is double that, which is, it's crazy to think about it in a single day. 3.8k swim, 180k bike, and then a full marathon, 42.2. It scares me even thinking about it, but I'm building up to it. I've done both the run distance 4 times and the bike distance about 10 times. So I just need to work on the swim and then obviously compile it into one day. But yeah, what Sham said, basically I eat fruit for breakfast, fruit for lunch, and then a low-fat, high-carb vegan cooked dinner. And that's what I'm going to do throughout, especially as the event's looming. I'm going to eat even more clean. So there's just nothing to think about, no hiccups, no nothing. Everything's just straight into the event. And yeah, I'm going to aim for sub 12 hours and see how we go with that. Really looking forward to it, and especially wearing vegan on my shirt. It's not going to be this shirt, but it's going to be another one with it loud and proud.
Yeah, man. So that's an amazing achievement, even to just do a half. You know, Josh, I mean, he trains, but he doesn't train like crazy hard, and he still gets pretty good results. And that's because his diet is really clean. You know, he's eating lots of fruit, a lot of carbohydrate intake. So that's what's really, you know, getting his muscles going and making them work. And it's the recovery that's really important. You know, not how much protein he gets, but it's the recovery. And when you eat fruits, you're recovering a lot better. So all those people out there that, you know, are doing those Ironmans or whatever, you know, go vegan, go plant-based, and you'll see a massive difference in your health. Just to add to that, like, I don't think if you were eating meat before, you know, when you were eating meat, dairy, and eggs, your times would not have been the same, would they?
No, and certainly how you feel after it, the muscles and everything would just be so sore for days after it. But
yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. Even just recently, 37k run on a Sunday, 2 days later, went out and did a 210k bike ride, and that was just not in the realms of possibility back in the day.
Yeah, so I mean, you can just, he's proof of the pudding, you know, that you can exercise and you can do so many things on a plant-based diet when you're not lacking anything. That's the main thing. So just get onto it, guys. It's, you know, if you don't want to be sick and if you don't want to be in disease, then eat healthy, eat vegan, you know, eat plant foods. No need to eat animals, you know. Where do the animals get all their protein, calcium, iron from? They get it from the grass. And we're just eating second-hand meat or protein, calcium. It's all second-hand, and it doesn't make sense. So go to the source, and that's plants. And there's 70,000 edible plants out there. This is a plant. It's a fruit, but it's a plant as well. But, you know, this is where we love. This is where we get. This is why we have a sweet tooth, because we like fruit. So.
And your body will love you for it. Seriously, have you ever actually met a vegan who's hating life and not healthy, etc.? Everyone thinks that they know somebody who's like that, but actually, have you met one in the flesh? Most of the ones, well, almost all the ones that we meet are just vibrant, thriving, loving life, loving what they eat, and it's awesome. It's the best choice.
It is. Cool, so shall we wrap up?
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for staying tuned, guys, and yeah, we haven't finished the mukbang, but we'll certainly eat more of this a bit later, but it's obviously, you know,
we're going to have a little break and
yeah.
then come back to it.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, and subscribe to our channels if you want. I'll be in the description below. And yeah, I guess
thanks. See you
we'll
next
see you
video.
Later. Bye. Cheers.